Hi guys, welcome back. So I just wanted to talk about how things are going 10 weeks out. I cannot believe it's already been going by this fast. I've already been on prep for like close to a month and a half, I want to say. So many ups and downs and waves. Overall, I've been having so much fun with the training and just challenging myself like I never freaking have before. I thought I was training hard. It was very humbling, to say the least, to get on my coach's plan and realize that this is the most I've pushed myself in the gym in ages. So that's been so fun. It hit a bit of a plateau last week where I just finally had my body hit me like a ton of bricks with overtraining symptoms. Had to communicate that with my coach and be honest with myself that for the whole past month, I've had insomnia like almost every night, just not really sleeping that much. Just dealing with a lot of constant adrenaline. And, you know, of course, that's part of prep to a degree, but glad we reevaluated a little bit, had to make some adjustments to training. She actually wants me doing no cardio right now, which is crazy to say, but I actually love cardio as a stress reliever, and I can tend to want to overdo cardio more than my lifting, which is why I have a coach, mind you, because before prep, I was just doing like 40 minutes to an hour of the Stairmaster, and just at that point, I didn't have much energy to really lift, so I would just completely exert myself with that. And now I have to remind myself this is a phase just for a few weeks where I'm not really supposed to be doing cardio. Granted, sometimes I'll still do a little bit of walking or something just for the stress relief aspect, but I'm really trying to limit myself with that and realize this needs to be a time to preserve muscle and keep growing, because this week I really feel like I've actually gotten pretty lean. Just seeing how I feel in my pictures, I'm like, holy crap, I really do feel lean. And this is, again, why I have a coach, because I can have days like yesterday or today where I look and I feel like, oh my God, I'm getting too lean too quick. And then other days you look at the same time of day picture, but in a different angle, and I think I look fat, and I think I have too much to go. So it's so important to send your coaches your check-in photos, you guys, at least once or twice a week, because we all get those prep goggles that everyone calls it. I totally know what that is now, where it could literally be different lighting or a different angle and you think you look either too big or too small or whatever. So it's so important for your coach to be looking at this stuff. Another thing I wanted to touch on, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who experiences this, but it's really weird because I would always think my rest days, I wouldn't be as hungry and I would be okay eating lower calories, but let me tell you, it's been the complete opposite. Like today's a rest day for me. And I think it's just because exercise suppresses your appetite, releases endorphins and everything. But on my freaking rest days, you guys, I'm really having trouble staying within my calorie range. Like the hunger gets real. And I think that's because my body finally is in true rest and recovery mode. And that's when your body's resting. And obviously our bodies want to be at homeostasis, right? And my body now is probably screaming internally like, this is not a normal level of body fat. So that's expected. Again, any tips you guys have for that? Because it's also that fine line where you see that I'm leaning out right now a lot and I still have 10 weeks. So I don't want to get too lean right now and lose too much muscle. But at the same time, I don't want to let my hunger let me just over. Not sure at all what happened with the sound here. It just completely cut out, but pretty much I think you guys get the point. Just trying to find that balance of maintaining the muscle mass, not getting too lean right away, but not binge eating either and letting the hunger catch up to you. So don't know what else I was saying, but that's pretty much that. And okay, in terms of recovery, guys, this is the main thing. I have been feeling like I am just in desperate need of a massage. My back and everything just so tight and tense, and I want to get one, but I want to find a place that I know will still give good quality but isn't going to be a fortune, because I got one massage since I've moved here. To me, it just feels a little bit ridiculous to be paying $250 for one massage, because when I go get a massage, I like to have 90 minutes to 2 hours minimum. I just seriously, for an hour, I just start relaxing, and it's really hard for me to feel like I got a good tension release. And if I'm already going to take the time and spend the money, I'd prefer to do it for 2 hours. So that's just kind of a personal problem, I guess. But some of those, you know, places you just walk into, I don't know. I'm so picky with my massages. I need literally like the deepest pressure possible. My last masseuse in my hometown She told me that I took more pressure than pretty much any of her male clients, which I was laughing at because people seriously look at me and they think that they're gonna hurt me. And I'm like, no, you literally need to take your elbow and jab it into my back, because when you weight train like this, that's what people don't understand. Like, you can be small, but those muscle knots get deep in there, and I really need some good body work to get it out. So for recovery, I mean, of course, I'm stretching, I foam roll, I have a Theragun I've been using. I did take a bath today, which I never do. I think I took one the other week. Prep is the only thing that's made me do that, so I guess it's good. It's pushing me to prioritize things like that a little more, because sometimes the muscle achiness just gets so extreme that you have to do something like an Epsom salt bath. So I definitely recommend that, but I will say nothing quite gets it out like a deep tissue massage for me. So I'm really gonna do some digging. I'm sure I can find a good in-between place out here that, granted, might not be as amazing as one of those $250 super professional deep tissues, but I'm sure I can find something that's still gonna get the job done and not completely break the bank, because man, in prep, you really should be getting this done regularly. And I'm not gonna be spending $250 every 1 or 2 weeks for a massage when I already have bills up the yin yang. So, and the last thing I wanna touch on here is social life. And I'm sure most competitors will tell you this, that that's usually one that can take a little bit of a backseat. I mean, for me, it's already tough enough, especially on the weekdays, trying to balance work, training, meal prep, my eating, any sort of recovery, and then plus having social interactions thrown into that. I'm so excited tonight. I'm actually going to one of my friends having a little fall celebration at her house. I already have my meal prep packed and everything, because this is the reality of prep, but I'm really grateful to be doing stuff like that, because most of prep I've been kind of just isolating myself, doing my own thing, which I don't mind. I don't have a problem doing, especially when I have a goal like this. I know this is number one priority, but remember guys, when you're on prep, it actually really helps you to get out and be with people, because you need almost a little bit of a distraction from just your body physically and the hunger, and just so fulfilling, but you need to get out of that constant routine a little bit too, just to give yourself a little breather and realize life is about more than just prep, right? Like, this is obviously a huge goal we're working towards, but you want to make sure you're not neglecting people and other things that are important to you too. So, but anyways, all in all, there are definitely ups and downs of prep, just as I expected. Of course, we're doing something very intense with our bodies. So with that comes a lot of hard days where you really have to use every last ounce of willpower and discipline. Also comes a lot of super fun days and times in the gym where you're just crushing it, and you take the picture after, or you're checking and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm already achieving results this quickly. And seeing the definition come in, seeing yourself lean out. There's definitely such a mixed bag in prep, but I'm just seriously so glad that I did this and I'm having this experience, even if there are tough days. But I will keep you guys tuned with everything. And again, if anyone has any tips during prep, especially when it comes to sleep or just the hunger ups and downs, please let me know. But excited to keep going with this. We are 10 weeks out, and that December show day is coming up sooner than I can imagine it. So